Hello, I'm Wolfgang Riebe, and these are my quick tips. Today I want to speak to you about coping with mistakes. You know, I constantly question myself whether age is affecting my thinking or whether this fast-paced world that we live in today is changing other people's thinking. You see, one of my disappointments about humanity is that so few people are prepared to acknowledge and accept their mistakes. And they forever find excuses to push the blame on others. Do you know what puzzles me is why these people do not realize it is only through making and acknowledging our mistakes that we can learn and grow as human beings. You know, Albert Einstein once said, anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Pretty powerful, huh? And very, very true. Now, consider today's world. Then this quotation could not be more pertinent now than ever before. You see, reality is that the person who does not keep up with change will be left behind. Part of changing is to embrace the new and making mistakes. This is how we learn. Think about it this way. If someone in your family, social circle, or even work colleague makes a mistake which could affect your health and your safety, would you be happy to hear about it 2 weeks later when it's almost irreversible to do anything about it? How would you feel towards that person? Or would you prefer to hear about it immediately, then consider how you'd feel about that person? You see, personally, I would respect someone if they came to me immediately after making a mistake. Why? Because then I can even assist in helping fix the issue at hand. You see, as humans, believe me or not, we intrinsically enjoy helping others and guiding them to success. The problem comes in when we are told half-truths and asked to help in order to cover up mistakes. That's where the big issue lies. Now, are you someone that has a hard time owning up to your mistakes? Do you feel embarrassed by your mistakes? Does it make you feel silly or even stupid? Guess what? Everyone has these feelings, but not everyone sits back and accepts them. You see, you need to do something and take action in order to gain back this control. Now, firstly, you need to learn to cope with your mistakes and to deal with them in a positive way. This is only possible if you understand why we make mistakes. Hence, I thought I would share a number of reasons with you why not making mistakes is bad for you. Number one, mistakes are stepping stones to happiness. You gain confidence, courage, and experience every time you make a mistake and learn from it. You see, when you identify exactly what you want and can see this in your mind's eye, nothing can stop you from moving forward. Nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams and allowing happiness to enter into your life. Kind of makes sense, huh? Second point, mistakes help us lead a life without regrets. How many older people have you met in your life that say, I wish I had tried that when I was younger? Today, they sit unhappily, retired, and only have regrets about their lives. Here's a reality check. If you only play it safe and do what is expected and follow the masses, guess what? You won't make any mistakes and you'll always remain in the space that you are now. Do you really want to look back at your life one day and wish you had tried and done some other things? It is far better to try something and not succeed than to never try something and also not succeed. Come on. You see, regret is the worst depressant on earth. Do you want to let it control you, or do you want to take control? Point number three, mistakes teach us forgiveness. You see, with every mistake that you make, you learn how important it is to forgive not just yourself, but also those around you. Even though you want to be, you're not perfect. In fact, perfection doesn't really exist, as it is a subjective perception unique to each and every individual on this earth. We all see differently. You see, the closest any of us will ever come to the concept of perfection is by doing the best we can at all times in everything that we do. Point number 4. Mistakes help us let go of our fears. Not making mistakes is the biggest mistake you could ever make. Remember, life isn't about avoiding mistakes, but rather about embracing the idea that mistakes are a reality in our lives. You just need to decide whether you're willing to learn from them or not. It's that easy. 5. Mistakes result in growth and progress. Without mistakes, you cannot grow and evolve as a human being. Just think of your social circle and the people that you know, and that's including yourself, that have allowed the fear of making mistakes paralyze them. You cannot expect to learn anything new if you don't allow yourself the opportunity to make mistakes. Point number 6. Mistakes help us discover who we are. We discover more about ourselves, who we are, our limits, our capabilities, and what we can and cannot do. You see, mistakes guide us to be more compassionate and tolerant with ourselves as well as with others. And finally, point 7. Mistakes teach us valuable life lessons. You can learn so much from them. And the moment you see them as lessons rather than mistakes, guess what? You negate the fear of encountering them in your daily life. Look at it like this. If you do go for it, you won't make all the mistakes you were scared of making. And then if something does go wrong somewhere along the line, the world won't end and everyone won't be pointing fingers at you. It'll only be you that needs to come to terms with the mistake and learn from it. So what happens when you do make a mistake? It's actually quite easy. Own up. Number 1, own up and acknowledge the mistake. Now talk to those close to you and ask for help in correcting it, whether it's a family issue or a work mistake. As a team, it is so much easier to resolve a problem than as an individual. Remember that other people may have made the same mistakes as you, and by talking to them, maybe they can guide you to a faster solution, an easier solution. This also allows you to examine the mistake from various perspectives and discover the reason why it happened much quicker. Don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Remember, mistakes are like stepping stones across a river. There are many of them, but the final goal is getting to the other side. The focus should be on the progress rather than the fear of making the mistake. That's it. I trust these tips will guide you to a more fulfilled life and a life where you accept your mistakes. Thanks for watching. I'm Wolfgang Riebe. Until next time, bye.